We're getting divorced. Divorced!
What? What's going on with you?
I'm just saying that it's time for us to get a divorce. My need for you is over now, so it's time to split.
Wait. What do you mean you want a divorce?
My dad has finally stopped living at the nursing home. Well, actually, he has no need for it anymore. So because of that, there's no point in me being married to you.
Did you want me to be the one to look after him if he made it out of there or something?
That's exactly right. But now that he is gone, I have zero need for you. I've been waiting a long time for this day to come.
What? Why are you saying this right now?
I'm getting my inheritance. I overheard my dad talking about it a while ago, before he had to go to the retirement home. He said that he was leaving $10 million for me after he passed away. So I've been planning to use that money to find me a sexy young wife. So can we just get this divorce thing over with?
Do you think that these past 7 years of constantly having to visit the home to see your dad has been easy for me? You always told me you were too busy to visit him, and that I needed to see him so that he wouldn't get lonely. I even had to cut back on my work so that I could go see him every few days. Was that all you wanted from me?
That's why I'm saying your time is up. There's no use in you being in my house anymore, so I'd like you to get out. Ha!
This can't be happening. I've never heard of any couple our age getting a divorce like this.
No matter what you think is right or not, we are going to get this divorce. I'm giving you 5 days to get all your things packed up and out of my house. I plan to sell that place after the divorce, so I'd like it to be ready for an open house.
Just because you want me out that quickly doesn't mean it's possible. I don't have a full-time job right now, and I need time to find a new house. Isn't there another way besides getting a divorce? If we just wait a little bit for things to cool down, then we can rethink our options.
Even when things calm down, this is the only option. I'm way over being with some used-up 43-year-old hag like you. I want someone half your age whose skin still has the feel of a peach, not a raisin. And since I'll be getting that $10 million from my dad, that dream will come true.
This is terrible.
Hey, it sure is for you.
By the way, I knew about this happening.
Huh? About what?
When I'd be going to see your dad, you go out to strip clubs to play with other girls.
Ah, so you did notice that.
Sometimes I'd come home to there being little notes that you've got from the strip club sitting on the living room table. I didn't want to look at them, but I had to make sure I wasn't hallucinating. You really did visit those strip clubs a lot while I was taking care of your dad for you. Did you really not care about your dad's condition?
Worry? Actually, the opposite. I was worried that he would still be kicking for the next few years and that I'd never get that money in time.
Then I was the only one that cared about him. If he would have heard that you went off to see younger women instead of care for him, he'd have been heartbroken.
Well, he's gone now, so I don't have to worry about that. Alrighty then, 5 days and then you need to be out of there.
And what will you do during that time?
I'm going to stay at a hotel for 5 days, as well as go visit the strip club some more. I'll be getting that $10 million soon, so I'm not worried about the amount of money I'll spend there this week.
I can't believe it. While I'm getting my things packed up, I'll make sure to sign the divorce papers for you.
All right. You out of the house yet, Judy?
I still haven't found a full-time job or a house yet, so could you give me just a bit longer?
I knew you'd say something like that. I left you $50K at the house so that you can get out of there today and find a decent place. Now get out of there. With that amount of money, you'll also have time to find a decent job, right?
You're really going to give me that much? And $50,000? How did you manage to get that much money?
I couldn't just wait around for that $10 million to hit my account, so I went ahead and borrowed some money. But once I get that money from my dad's inheritance, I'll be golden. So I don't see any problems with this.
I see. There are places that give out that kind of money, huh?
Well, it's probably not the most legal of places, but... Also, with that $50,000 I left, there should be the divorce papers sitting next to it. All I need from you is to sign them, and then I'll take them to the city office. Or, if you'd like, you can take them to the office for me.
You still found some use for me, huh? I'll make sure to drop them off there this afternoon. And is it really okay for me to take the $50,000 check?
It's just to get you out of that house by today, so take it. And to me, that amount is nothing.
Okay, then I'll be taking it. I'm going to get all my stuff put into the moving truck, so once that's finished, I'll call you.
You're only now getting all of your things ready to go? What have you been doing for the past 5 days?
I've been busy trying to find a job and a house. And since I haven't found a place to move to still, I'm going to go back to my parents' house.
Go right ahead.
Also, I just received a call from your boss an hour ago. Are you planning to leave your job? I told him that we are getting a divorce, so I don't know what you're planning.
I'm planning to quit my job. Even though I did put in a lot of effort to move up there. But now that I'll have all the money I need, there's no point in me working a boring job. I kept saying to everyone that I'm going to become a millionaire, and they tell me to quit my job so that I can enjoy my money.
I get that quitting your job has nothing to do with me, but are you really going to just throw away your normal life? Because of that, your boss kept asking me why you'd want to leave your job without telling anyone. He will probably keep trying to get a hold of you.
Then I'm just going to ignore him. Right now, I'm living the life of a celebrity.
Huh? What do you mean?
I borrowed that $50,000 for you, but I also borrowed a bunch more to start enjoying myself with. I've been buying really fine wine to enjoy with the strippers, as well as buying nice sports cars to look rich in. Because of this money, I'm even able to take a different girl out every day in my sports cars. You're probably jealous, right?
Not in the slightest. I'm just wondering how you are able to borrow that much money to enjoy buying all of that fancy stuff with. You're going to regret all of that later, right?
I'll be able to pay all of this back, so I'm not going to regret a thing.
Well, if you can do that, that's fine, I guess. For the time being, I'll make sure to get the papers to the city office this afternoon.
Hey, 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 hey! Tell me this is all a lie!
What are you all worked up about? We are already divorced now, so why are you trying to talk to me still?
Did you know about all of this?
About all of what?
About who was going to get my dad's inheritance. I just got the documents in the mail, but there was nothing in them regarding me getting anything.
But they said something about me getting everything from him, right?
So you did know about this. Why did he give you all of his money and not his own son? Isn't something like that unheard of? I'm his only son, and on top of that, I overheard him years ago talking about giving me all his money. This is a crime, for God's sake.
Well, I didn't say anything to him about it. Your dad decided to bring this stuff up with me, so don't try saying it's some sort of crime.
Why? What made him talk with you about it?
Just like it says on the inheritance forms. While I would go to visit your dad to care for him, you'd go to the strip club. Your dad also knew about that. He also knew that you were excited to get all of his money after he passed.
Why did he know about that stuff?
Because I talked with your dad about all of that. He told me that you must only see him as a bag of money, while having a very depressed expression on his face.
Huh? Why would you bring that up with him?
I couldn't help myself. Him and I wanted to talk to you about it, but you'd always say you were too busy with work. Or should I say too busy fooling around with another woman? Whose fault is that?
Well, that's...
He then told me that because I was the only family he had left that cared about visiting him, that I'd be the one to get his money.
What the hell? So he wasn't even going to give me $10 million?
Seems like it.
This is bullcrap. How about we forget about this divorce thing? I doubt you'd find ways to spend that $10 million alone, right?
I already handed the paperwork in yesterday, so you're too late.
But can we at least rethink all of this? Even if we are officially divorced, we can get back together again, right? Right?
I'm dead set on staying single. Why would you only get back together with me after learning that I'll get all that money?
Well, I hadn't thought about someone else getting that money besides me. Can you at the very least give me $500K? If you give me half, we don't have to remarry, and we can both go our own separate ways.
Even though this money is all supposed to remain with me. Also, I know what you plan to use this money for already. You just want it so that you can find young girls and drive nice cars, right?
Shut up. Without that money, what am I going to do?
Now that you say that, I got another call from the company you left.
That's right. I still haven't officially left that place. I didn't hand in anything saying that I was leaving yet either. Can you let my boss know that I'll be coming back in starting tomorrow?
What are you saying? They called me to tell me that because of the amount of days you took off unannounced, you'll be getting laid off.
Then that means I'm unemployed right now.
That's what you'd wanted, right? So this is the fruit of your labor.
I expected to get millions from my dad, and I even borrowed so much money in preparation for that. Now that I'm unemployed, how the hell am I going to pay that back?
You told me you bought a few sports cars, right? If you sell all of those on your house, you should have enough money, right?
That won't even be enough.
How much did you take out?
$100,000.
How did you find a place that gave out that much?
I found a guy that said as long as I'd be getting that million, he'd set me up. He said that when I pay him back, he wants $200K. But he told me that if he doesn't get that money back, he'd set his men on me.
Set his men on you?
He'd have me forced into his company working on a crab fishing boat out in the Bering Sea. He said that I'd lose the luxury of being on land and risk death fishing crab out of the cold and deadly sea. He even said he'd prefer I just become shark bait, but he has a company to run. I can't work a job like that. I hate the ocean.
Sounds pretty rough. But isn't that what you deserve? I told you you'd regret taking out that much money from an illegal source, didn't I?
Please at least act a little worried about me.
But we aren't together anymore, so for all I care, I don't know you. And I don't have time to worry about someone I don't know.
I never thought you could be this cold. By the way, I gave you $50,000, right? Could you please give me that back?
I already spent it all, so it's gone.
Huh? How did you spend all that in just a few days? Maybe you really were jealous of the way I was living.
You told me to use that money towards a new house. So in order for me to live a happy life with my parents, I used the money to get us a new house built. So that $50,000 is long gone.
That's crazy. Hey, I know that I've been pretty selfish recently. While you were with my dad helping care for him, I'd be out getting drunk with all sorts of girls. I'm really, really sorry about all of that. Could you please give me one more chance to make things right between us?
I said it already, but I have no desire to get back together with someone that only cares for money.
But if I can't fix this mess, I really will end up going to work out in the Bering Sea. I already lost my job, so there's no way to make that money back.
That's what'll happen when you only think about yourself. You still only want to get back together so that you can repay whoever you took that money from. Even if the amount of money I got from your dad is a lot, I can only see a future where you'd go back to using it to party at strip clubs.
I won't let that happen. Please believe what I'm telling you.
This conversation seems like it'll only drag on. If you have any other questions to ask or things to say, please contact my lawyer about it.
A lawyer? What lawyer?
I got a lawyer in order to get a court settlement from you. You only thought about yourself when getting that divorce and hurt me and your father by forgetting that we existed. Wouldn't getting a little money from you to make up for all that pain you caused be the right decision?
I'm already in a lot of debt. I don't have any way or reason to give you money.
I told you to talk with my lawyer about this. I need to start getting everything situated with him now. So enjoy your time in the ocean fishing for crab. I'll make sure to think of you the next time I'm eating crab. After our final conversation, George went ahead and sold all his cars that he bought with the borrowed money, as well as his house, in order to pay an out-of-court settlement that we both agreed on. He still had to pay back whoever he took that money from, and constantly tried calling, texting, and even visiting me to get me to split the inheritance. I ended up blocking all forms of communication with him as well as getting a restraining order on him. Later, I heard from one of his coworkers at the company he left that he was sent out to sea to work on a fishing boat. I didn't know the reason why his coworker was contacting me at first, but in the end, I was crying laughing about George's predicament. I guess he'll be working for a very long time out in the cold Bering Sea trying to fish all of that money out of the frigid waters. On the other hand, I'm living in the newly built house with my parents, learning to enjoy life as a single, middle-aged woman. I don't plan on getting married again, but if I find the right guy, I might try it again. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you with the next story.